almost did my intro muted. That would have been bad. Hello everyone, my name is the Lego Kid 2003 and today we're playing some Genshin Impact. Phase 2 is finally here, so that means we can finally do Kenichi's story quest. It's just been kind of sitting on the back burner since 5.0 landed, but now we can bring it to the forefront, get it completed, and maybe if we have enough time we'll work on reputation stuff. I'm not entirely sure. But we'll figure it out. But yeah, everything should be fine. Not gonna wish for Kenichi though, because while his kit does look really fun, I don't really want Kenichi as badly as I want the Archon. So I did like a few pulls, but I'm gonna try my best to save. Okay, so that's where we're supposed to be. Oh, well, there he is.
Traveler? Paimon?
Kenichi.
Kenichi! Fancy meeting you here! We've actually been looking for you.
Hey there, nice to see you again.
I'll get straight to the point. I hear you accepted a proposal from Elder Trinidad.
Oh yeah, I did that off camera.
Turnfire Knight, you mean. You were still his first choice, it's just... Oh, jeez. It's not what it looks like, promise.
Chill, it's cool.
Happened?
I only mention it because there's something you should know. And I suspect Elder Trinidad hasn't been completely forthcoming with you. His true intention is to resolve the Mountain King problem once and for all.
Or can I
Once
just
and for
explain
all?
Turnfire Knight now?
You mean this'll be the last Turnfire Knight ever?
Either
That's
one
right.
works.
He wants to use you to send the Mountain King to the Night Kingdom.
That doesn't
To the
sound good.
Night Kingdom? You mean...
To his death.
Whoa, are you serious right now? You shouldn't go blurting out accusations like that. It could get you in trouble.
Too blunt? Okay,
A little.
I'll phrase it more gently. There is potentially a possibility that Elder Trinidad may be hoping that during the course of the ceremony, you kill the Mountain King dead.
But that's ridiculous. He told us the Mountain King is a living symbol of your tribe's glory.
And that glory comes at a price.
Oh, that's right. The Mountain King is a living symbol of our glory, but even this glory comes at a price. Ah, yes, and Nana wasn't the first.
Is it because of his companion?
Mm-hmm. She likely won't be the last to lose her life either.
Still, is killing the Mountain King really the only way? It seems so extreme.
How does he plan to do this?
The Mountain King is a unique case when it comes to abyssal contamination. It's eaten away at him for so long that it has consumed him entirely, and the damage is irreversible. That evil power has both driven him insane and kept him alive over the centuries. So, to look at it one way, once it's completely purged from his body, the Mountain King will finally be able to rest in peace. In past ceremonies, we've only purged around half of the abyssal power. This was to strike a balance, to keep him alive, but also keep him asleep.
Trinidad didn't say anything about how much power he wanted us to purge, but he did say there were some more details to go over before the ceremony.
Then it sounds like you'll know for sure soon enough.
If he really asks us to kill the Mountain King, what should we do?
I think we're a little out of our depth.
I know this
here.
must come as quite a shock, so I suggest you act like you didn't hear anything for now. But would you have time to visit the chief after your meeting with Elder Trinidad? I'd like to make a deal with you.
What kind of deal?
One that comes at a very reasonable price. I'm sure you have plenty of other questions, but we can talk more later.
Okay, we'll be there.
Good. See you soon.
Right, off to the Trinidad's home, I guess. But yeah, Turnfire Night is this ritual that the Science of the Canopy go through on, like, I think a yearly basis. And Kinich was supposed to have, like, this important role, but due to, Kinich being Kinich, Trinidad
Mighty
wanted
Outlanders,
us
you
to
have returned.
take that role.
Did you have a good
In
rest?
the event they couldn't come to
Pretty good, yeah.
a good
Glad to hear it.
compromise with
Things are
with
progressing
Kinich.
very smoothly on my end. Many of the elders have heard of your heroic deeds, including the chief. They all speak very favorably of you. There are still those who insist that the ceremony should be performed by the bearer of the Malipo name, but they're just stuck in the past. We need to move with the times.
Plus, Kanish doesn't want to do it anyway.
Exactly. So, now, it's time for us to discuss the finer details of the ceremony. We covered the fire lighting part of the proceedings yesterday. The next part is the purification of the Mountain King.
Almost forgot I was muted for a second. How does that
It's
work?
quite simple. You just need to use the sacred flame. We've done it plenty of times before, and it's always very routine. I'm sure you won't have any problems.
Don't jinx it.
One point I'd like to stress, though, is that you need to burn away as much of the abyssal energy as you possibly can. The more we dispel, the longer the Mountain King will remain asleep.
Asleep, huh?
Precisely. In previous years, the Flame Bearer has often been unable to dispel a sufficient amount of abyssal energy. That's the only reason why
it's
we
just
have
a
to perform the
normal,
ceremony on a regular basis.
They don't state, like, how
But
regular
I understand
it
that
is.
you have a lot of experience fighting against the
They
Abyss,
just say they
and
haven't
you
been
seemed
this
to
often.
wield the sacred flame quite effortlessly yesterday. With your help, I'm optimistic this time we can dispel all the remaining abyssal energy from the Mountain King's body, freeing us from this ever-looming threat for many years to come.
Traveler?
Alright, got it. Anything else we need to know?
So this doesn't faze you at all, huh? You clearly have a lot of confidence in yourself.
Nope.
If that's all you really need to know, the ceremony's in
I
3
mean,
days.
not
I'll come and
either,
fetch you when
maybe,
we're ready.
but no, I don't have a lot of self-confidence to go around.
In the meantime, feel free to take a look around our settlement. It would mean a lot to the elders if you got to know some of our people. And if you wouldn't mind helping them out with a few errands here and there, that would be even better.
So now we have extra errands to run? Maybe we should add a little extra to the price.
Just a humble suggestion, that's all. It will help you gain the respect of our people, and as a mighty hero, I truly believe that's what you deserve. I'll be sticking around for the next few days, so if you have any questions, you know where to find me.
Seems like Kanich was right. We should go meet up with him right away.
He's up here. Hey, why not?
Huh, you're here.
Kanich! Elder Trinidad said that...
Alright, so...
I can tell. It's written on your faces.
Is that the Traveler in Paimon? Forgive me for not being there to welcome you on your arrival. That should have been my duty as chief.
Hello, Chief Wyna.
I only heard the news from Trinidad yesterday, so I asked Kanich to invite you over for a quick chat.
It's our pleasure.
I believe Kanich has already filled you in, so I'll get straight to the point. Firstly, I fully endorse your appointment as flame bearers for the upcoming Turnfire Night. However,
Nice.
I would like to request that you take steps to ensure the Mountain King's safety.
Of course.
Every child of our tribe grows up hearing the tales of our heroes. From Yupanqui the Firebringer, to Burkina and the Mountain King who fought against the Abyss. This is our history and our heritage, the source of our pride, and the center of our faith. To kill the Mountain King would be to destroy our spirit. I would never be able to face our ancestors in the Night Kingdom. Nana's death was a great tragedy, and I do not blame Trinidad for the actions he has taken. Nevertheless, I cannot allow any harm to come to the Mountain King. The very roots of our identity are at stake. My honored guests, please give this matter your serious consideration.
Is there no solution that would satisfy both sides?
Perhaps there is.
Also ignore the
But
clicking.
despite
and
all our
this
attempts to
box.
contain
I'm
the
just munching on
situation over the
sweets.
years, we've not found it. Right now, I should like to hear where you stand on this matter.
Okay. So there are a few ways we could go about this. On our Wayna? On our Trinidad? Take some time to like kind of make sure we're making the right decision. Or just jokingly scheme with Paimon to help another tribe. Just so I'm stuck my teeth.
Though I sense that your mind is not yet made up, I'm still comforted by your words. There are 3 days left before the ceremony. I hope they will bring you clarity.
So, Kanich, earlier you were saying that...
Let's walk and talk. I'll show you around the tribe.
That was
Oh yeah, he
cute.
was promising to do
I might
that.
need to get some air after this.
He did promise to show us around during the Argon quest. And since Walani got to us first, he never really got the chance. Eh.
Kanich, Paimon finally understands why you turned Trinidad down. You knew what he was planning, didn't you? That's why you didn't want to be the flame bearer this time, because it's a double-edged sword. The whole Mora thing was just a sneaky excuse.
Double-edged sword is right. But my response wasn't merely an excuse. To solve this exceptional problem, an exceptional price must be paid.
Why are you saying you have a plan?
I'm working on it.
Really?
Yeah,
Come
better than
on, then,
nothing.
let's hear it.
In a moment. Didn't you have a question you were about to ask me?
Oh, yeah. What was it again? Oh, right. We need to talk about How. He's completely unhinged.
That's a point. Where is he today?
I agree that he has a problem. He needs disciplining, so I hired him a teacher.
You got him a teacher? Oh, Paimon would love to see him get scolded for bad behavior.
That would
Anyway,
be funny.
moving on. When we ran into How, he said you two were investigating some Abyss thing together. Is that related to the whole Mountain King situation?
Yes, that's the angle I've been working on. I'm a Saurian hunter, but I occasionally hunt the Abyss too. One time I was pursuing some purple demonic dogs when I accidentally entered
Rift
a hidden
hounds?
space. I did some research after the fact. Apparently they're known as beastly rifts, and there are many of them of all different sizes. That's where those purple dogs were coming from.
So...
So, if we can locate one of these beastly rifts, clear the monsters out, and move the Mountain King inside, he'd be able to continue living, but without posing a threat to the tribe.
Whoa, that sounds kinda crazy. Would it really work?
It's not without its risks, of course. There's a lot of unknowns in the equation. For instance, for all we know, a prolonged period inside the rift could make the Mountain King's condition worse. Still, we desperately need something like this, even just as a temporary measure. You've seen the conflict the issue is causing in our tribe for yourselves, and believe me, it's been a long time coming. The chief is adamant about keeping the Mountain King alive, whatever happens.
Paimon can understand. It's less about the Mountain King and more about preserving your culture and heritage.
Yes, but on the flip side, you've got people like Elder Trinidad, who is more concerned about protecting the people he cares about now and into the future. And he has every right to take that view. It's one thing to try and preserve the last remnants of a glorious past, but making your kin pay the price for it? No one can seriously tell them that's a fair trade.
It really isn't.
You're right. There's no easy answers here. Let's leave that to one side for a moment and assume we go with your plan. How do you actually intend to find one of these beastly rifts? Because at least in our experience, the dogs open the rifts when they want to attack us, not the other way around.
That
think I know a
is
way.
true. Are you really gonna do this?
You have any better ideas?
Not at the moment, but it just feels like using the power of the Abyss for our own ends isn't gonna end well.
Yeah, someone almost
After all,
died last
the
time we
Abyss is
tried
what
that.
turned the Mountain King into a monster in the first place. People are gonna think you've lost your marbles.
If it doesn't end well, then that's the price we pay. Everything in the world comes at a price. Even when Yupanqui, the Firebringer, stole the Turnfire, it cost him dearly. The Mountain King's erratic outbursts have brought tensions within the tribe to a boiling point. Unless this gets resolved quickly, everyone will be stuck in a stalemate.
Alright, so what's this deal you wanted to make with us? We're hardly experts on exploiting abyssal power.
Yeah, we're
All
only
I need
experts in
you to do
purifying
is
it.
keep people away from me. I'm getting harassed on a daily basis by people trying to convince me to be the flame bearer. I can't afford to waste all my energy dealing with them. If you help me out, there will be a gift for you in return.
Oh,
Ooh, what kind of gift?
Something well worth your while, I'd say.
okay, but how do we keep people away?
Just keep doing what you've been doing. Integrate yourself with the tribespeople, so everyone comes to terms with the fact that we have a new flame bearer. That way, I won't have an endless stream of people coming to beg me to join the ceremony, and I can focus on finding a way to summon the beastly rift. Then, when the day of the ceremony comes, we'll move the Mountain King into his new home.
Still sounds pretty crazy. Even for a daredevil like you, that's dangerous. And even if it works, what if neither Chief Wyna nor Elder Trinidad are happy with it? Have you thought about what you'd do then?
At least the two of them would finally be on the same side of the issue, leaving only me on the opposing side. The tribe needs leaders like them far more than a Saurian hunter for hire like me.
Either way, sounds like there's no war in this for you.
Can I take that to mean that we have a deal?
We can give it a try.
For sure. And who knows? Maybe we'll come up with an even better solution to all of this in the next couple of days.
Maybe.
Great. Well, for the next couple of days, please spend some time among the tribe and lend a hand wherever you can. I'm sure everyone will be swept off their feet when they meet our new flame bearer. Good luck to us both.
Walk around the tribe the next day. Before I do that, there's something I want to do first, since we have... Okay, not at a point where I can level up yet. Okay. That's fine. 8 o'clock the next day. wrong thing. This thing. Let's see if I can get it right on. Yes. No.
The damn.
Oh, this weapon has the little animo symbol. I just realized that. How did I just realize this? How? I've had Skyward Spine on Xiao for a long while now. How did I just realize the location of the animo symbol on the mint stick?
We'll sooner die again.
Okay, task for the
Oy.
day. Meet the tribespeople and take some heat off of Kenichi's back.
Right. Oh yeah, I also ended up ascending Jean, so now she has the potential to become level 90. So that when I get the chance, I can work on getting her envisaged echoes.
How can you call the Mountain King a monster?
Because he hurt a lot of people. And look what happened to Nana.
But it wasn't on purpose. The Mountain King is sick, that's
No,
all.
no, no,
He's
no,
been
no.
hurt by the Abyss.
No, 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 no.
That's true. But the fact remains that he's now a threat to all of us.
How can you be so harsh to someone who's sick? If you don't take back what you just said, I don't know if we can carry on being friends.
Oh boy.
Koba, Kuni, what's wrong?
Huni's saying nasty things about the Mountain King. It's not right. He's our hero.
Once upon a time, maybe. But not anymore.
Hey now, let's not fight. Aren't you best friends?
Yesterday, maybe, but not anymore.
Oh boy.
Toba? Fine. I guess my dad is right. Things change, and you just have to accept it and move forward. As of today, our friendship is over. There's no going back. Oh, come on, cut it out, you two. We have some great news to tell you. The Traveler is gonna be the flame bearer for the next Turnfire night. He's gonna do a beautiful ceremony and cure the Mountain King's illness for good.
What? Really?
Of course. I'm an
So that's what my
expert
dad wanted to talk
at
to
this
you about?
stuff.
To be fair, from what we saw the other day, you are pretty good at climbing cliffs. Probably just as good as Kanich.
Okay, I did not get a good stretch in today.
Speaking of Kanich, where even is that guy?
Oh yeah, good question. Is he not coming to the ceremony anymore? You can get him to come, but if he catches
There we
you two
go.
fighting again, he won't be happy. He'll be sure to give you both a piece of his mind.
Oh, we can't let that happen. I've never even spoken to him before. I can't afford to make such a bad first impression.
I didn't mean to argue with Toba. All I said was that the Mountain King has done some pretty bad things. He was the one who turned it into a fight.
You two clearly care about each other. The Mountain King can't change that.
Yeah, if you weren't friends, there's no way Toba would have come to look for the baby Saurians with you. All right. Well, because it's the Traveler and Paimon and Kanich, I'm sorry, Toba. I'm sorry for all the mean things I said about the Mountain King. Dad just really misses Nana, and I was really upset that she's gone, too.
Huh? Oh. I shouldn't have spoken to you the way I did either. It wasn't very nice of me. For the Traveler and Paimon, Kanich, and for Nana. I'm sorry too, Huni.
That's more like it. Now you're best friends again. Guess so. Toba, if I ever say something mean about the Mountain King in the future, I'll make sure I say it to someone else, and not you. I'd better go buy some colored cloth for my dad now. He needs it for Turnfire night. Let's play again some other time. See you, Toba. See you,
Yay.
Traveler and Paimon.
Okay, sorry, I fell silent and I was going through my phone real quick. There was
Okay.
a
Head home
comment
as
someone
well,
made
then.
on a thing
See
that
you
I pointed
next
out
time.
for Alan. Because I have a presently
Okay, take
working
care, you two.
theory. I'll
Even
go
though
over
they
it a
said
little
they're
later.
sorry, it looks like their friendship isn't as strong as it was before.
Times really are changing.
Let's just hope we can solve this once and for all. Come on, let's move on.
Okay, cool. Now, I'm gonna talk about my theory. So, wrong menu. If you guys remember, there were little orange. Okay, first I need to show you guys these, the blazing flint ores. Specifically, with the description of the item. Especially from this bit, when grasped in one's hand, one can feel the fiery pulse thrumming within the stone. Perhaps one day, held high against the starry sky, it might emit a gentle gleam that illuminates the night. There's a reason I'm bringing attention to this, because I don't remember if I brought a lot of attention to it in the last Genshin stream. My current working theory is that these blazing flint ores will become the Pyro Traveler's constellations, or the Stella Fortuna memory things for the Pyro Traveler. The reason I bring this up is because the comment I just read as like a reply to me posting this theory is they pointed out these. These, as far as I'm aware and understanding, are not going to be the constellations. These, the Cornerstone of Stars and Flames, those are in the same section as the weekly boss materials. So, I don't really think that these are going to become the constellations. Especially since they're in a completely different section than where Stella Fortuna and Constellation stuff would normally be. Because, yeah, as I stated, the Cornerstone stuff is, or character level up materials, just like all this stuff. So, yeah, currently working theory, Blazing Flint Ore, Pyro, Memory, Stella Fortuna constellation things. Yeah. that's my current that's my active that's my current active theory.
Huh? What's going on over there? Let's take a look.
Looks like people are dancing.
Hey there, what's happening here?
A rehearsal for the Turnfire Night dance.
Ooh, there's a dance involved? Paimon wants to learn too.
You don't know it? Ah, I guess you're not from these parts, huh? It's rare to see a new face around the tribe these days. I thought everyone would be keeping away.
Why do you say that?
Because of the Turnfire Night, of course. The Mountain King could wake up at any time. That's why we're holding an emergency ceremony. This isn't one of those fun and games festivals. For outsiders, it might even be a little dangerous.
Well, did you know that the Flame Bearer this time is actually gonna be an outsider?
Oh, I did hear about that. It's a first for sure. I would have loved to meet them in person.
Hi. I am the one, the outsider, the person.
What? Oh, it's you? Man, oh man. Well, this is a nice surprise. It's funny.
I will say it's kinda
just
cute.
Thinking that I'll probably miss out on meeting the new Flamebearer since I'm not taking part this time around. Then suddenly, there you are. Must be my lucky day.
You're not taking part in the Turnfire Night? How come? You're not an outsider too, are you?
You must be joking. Watch this. bad, right? Yeah, I'm considered one of the better looking guys who dances beneath the pillars of the sacred flame. Been doing it a few years. Always gets the ladies out to watch.
Why are all the
Very
good-looking men
impressive. So
straight
why'd you quit?
or taken?
Well, I feel like the whole Mountain King situation is getting more and more precarious. It's just not safe here anymore. One of our elders' Saurian companions even lost her life not long ago. The question is, what are we gonna do about this in the long term? But our leaders don't have any answers for us. They're probably too busy fighting about it amongst themselves.
Yeah.
The way things are going, it's only a matter of time before it gets violent. So I figured, you know what? Now's as good a time as any to get away for a little while. Go do some exploring.
You look a little disappointed.
Disappointed? Nah. It's a great opportunity to go see the world. As every male scion of the canopy knows, wherever you are and wherever you go, the only way is forwards. We take pride in that. I won't forget my roots.
Fair enough. So, what's your plan for the next step?
I managed to get in touch with the Saurian Relics Association. They gave me a simple test. Find a decent quality relic, and they'll make me a member.
Nice.
What's the Saurian Relics Association?
You've never heard of it? It's a group of amateur history enthusiasts who do research on the ancient Saurian era. They're all about collecting relics and remnants from that age. Speaking of which, the guy who was Flamebearer before you, I've heard that his Saurian buddy comes from that time.
A how?
How? A how's a relic from an ancient Saurian civilization?
Oh, yeah, him. So you know those two already, huh?
Yep.
Then, do you know how they met? It was deep inside some mysterious ruin, and they signed a contract there. The association folks say that the kind of contract usually comes with a huge hidden cost.
Really? That sounds ominous.
Kinda
Who
does.
knows? But if it's true, Kanich can probably handle it. He knows what he's doing with weighing up contracts and costs and stuff. I doubt he'd make a contract that doesn't benefit him.
Yeah, fair
Strangely
enough.
enough, I actually happened upon a strange mural a while back, and it looked to me like it was depicting a Saurian and a human involved in some kind of Saurian-era contract ritual.
Oh, does that count as a relic then?
You bet it does. I was all ready to go take a picture of it and use that as my entry ticket to the association. But after all the Abyssal activity recently, I heard that area's been overrun by monsters. The best laid plans, huh? I'll just have to wait and see if things improve. Or... you look like you know your way around a fight. I don't suppose there's any chance you'd be able to help?
Sure.
If all you
No
need to
problem.
get is a picture, that should be pretty achievable, right? The Traveler deals with monsters all the time. It's a piece of cake.
Wait,
Yeah.
you're seriously gonna help me out?
Yeah.
Come on, it's no big deal. Compared to some of
Why
the
not?
things we've been roped into before, this is nothing.
Pyro Archon above, you two have hearts of gold, you know that? You're the kind of people who could dive into the Turnfire deep in the bowels of the Night Kingdom, and it wouldn't burn a single hair off your head.
I'll take that as a compliment.
Of course it is. All right, come with me. I'll show you the way.
Okay, so we're gonna have to teleport. Oh, it's all over here. Alright. But the person I was talking about replied to the comment I made again. But there, in terms of the theory about the Flint ores being the constellation things, the main problem with that is that we've never gotten constellations for a character before.
There it is.
We
It's
got the
inside
character.
these ruins. As you can see, the place is
But then again,
crawling
like,
with
the
monsters.
item description kind of,
All
like,
right, then.
foreshadows
Stay back and take cover,
them
Tiago.
having
This
some
could
kind of a
get
use later
dangerous.
on.
We'll take care of him.
Great minds think alike. I'm not about to cramp your style.
Alright, let's do this.
Boring.
Hello?
Wind strider. Clouds high. The birds come. Let's light it up.
Dang it. Okay, come on. There we go.
Evil conquering. Tear. 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 Worthless.
Oh wait, I just realized that I turned up the music way too loud.
That should be the last of them. It's a good thing
I ended
Tiago
up
had
full
the sense to
blasting
stay
it
in a
instead
hiding
of,
place, or things could have gotten really hairy for
Trying to get
him.
a little late. Whatever. I'll
Hey,
turn it
look!
back down.
That's gotta be it,
Or
right?
down here.
Definitely looks like a mural.
It's a little on the small side.
True. Now that you mention it, most ancient murals take up a whole huge wall. This looks more like someone with a paintbrush got bored and started doodling. It does match
Yeah.
the story he told us, though. There's a Saurian and a human. So, is that supposed to be what an ancient contract ritual looked like?
Maybe.
Whatever. We're not here to decipher it. Just photograph it.
Yeah. No, wrong menu again. Just stop doing that. Audio. Yeah, I full blasted it, so I'm gonna turn it down just a tiny bit. Photo. Tab.
That's a wrap. Let's take it back to Tiago.
Useless.
Dang it! Whatever. Oh, there's a person.
You've been robbed? Oh, Ponche. And I thought my luck was bad.
I put blood, sweat, and tears into that, and now I've got nothing to show for it. Some gap-toothed goon stole it from me.
Tiago, is this the picture you were looking for?
Let me take a look. Yep, that's the one. Pyro Archon above, you two are superhumans. Hey, Ponche, come and say hi to these guys. They're gonna be the new flame bearers, and they're tough as nails.
Yuppers.
Wait, are you the Traveler and Paimon?
Possibly.
You already know each other?
I don't think so.
My nephew Toba's been telling everyone about you. He says you're crazy strong, super friendly, that you helped him out, and that you're gonna be our flame bearers this Turnfire night.
Oh, so you're Toba's uncle. Nice to meet you, sir. Sounds like we've managed to make a bit of a name for ourselves.
Yeah, we've
Toba's
only
not
been here
wrong,
for
my
a few
friend.
weeks.
These two are honestly some of the nicest, most genuine people I've ever met. Everyone speaks incredibly highly of them. Seriously. If you're comfortable telling them about what happened, I guarantee you they'll sort it out in no time.
Really? All I want is to get the fruits of my labor back.
Allow me to explain. Ponche is a well-known scholar within our tribe, author of the widely acclaimed book, Yupanqui's Turnfire. Unfortunately, the book was stolen by a treasure hoarder a few hours ago.
Boo.
I spent years of my life researching that book. I visited every last ruin, interviewed every descendant of every hero in our history. On the word Malipo alone, I covered at least 5 different interpretations of the meaning based on accounts from different villages.
It was an unparalleled masterpiece.
And now it's all gone. That little goon ambushed me during my morning walk. He snatched all of my belongings, including my entire manuscript.
That book was everything to him. It's like they robbed him of his soul when they took it. Look at him. Lost and listless. He's a shell of the man he was.
Dear honored guests of our clan, I am but a helpless old student. If only for Toba and Tiago's sake, please help me. I beg of you.
Where are we ambushed?
See what I mean, Ponche? Now you've run into these two, your luck's about to change. Big time.
I don't know if he's still there, but come on, I'll take you.
Alright. Oh, your stuff got yoinked pretty close to the tribe settlement. Dang. Toothed goon. That's a new one. Yeah, looks like we're gonna be beating up some treasure hoarders.
You thieving rat! Give me my things back!
What do you want now, you old bum? God, you're a waste of space. Prepare to get shoved foot first into a tree hollow.
I dare you to try.
Oh, what's this? Brought a little bodyguard with you, huh? All
Yep,
right.
you're a treasure hoarder.
Let's
I
see
can
what
see
you've got.
this guy.
What's this? Eat dirt, suckers!
You!
Hey, he's trying to get away! You good? Let's chase him down!
Stop, please! All the warriors, heroes, gods, and kings, I can't run any longer. Please, I don't have your stuff anymore. Have mercy.
Then
Oh,
where
yeah?
is
Well,
it?
where is it then?
I threw it away.
You
Throw it
imbecile.
away?
The old bum's bag didn't have a single mora in it. Just a tatty old book, worn out pens, and some old rags. All that time lying in wait was for nothing. I was so mad, I just threw all of it away.
Is that really the truth? Okay then, where did you throw it away?
The same place you found me. Look, I swear on the Pyro Archon it's the truth. May all my worldly possessions be turned to ash by Turnfire if I'm lying.
Okay, that's a pretty strong oath. What do we do
Yeah.
now? It sounds like he's telling the truth.
Let's go back to where we were and see if we can find anything.
Right. Let's hope nobody gets to the book before we do. We'll never get it back then.
Oh yeah. Yeah, boy. I mean, while. Why?
Although the Turnfire is a heroic symbol in Hoytzatlan, it always comes with the more ominous implication of
Okay.
eventual tragedy.
I
This
didn't
holds true for
fully
all
realize what I was doing
bearers
for
of this
22 in
ancient
my own
name
time,
in
but he
recorded
looks
history.
familiar.
Each one of
He
them
looks
died
very
of
familiar.
non-natural causes.
I'm
As if the
sorry,
specter
headphone
of the
users.
Turnfire was always lurking
Yeah, this
in the
this
background.
Sanka fellow looks very
This
familiar.
appears to suggest the
Oh,
existence of some
there's
higher
there's
power
a how.
that is always watching the name bearer, examining their actions, and eventually demanding payment in return. None can escape this payment, unless, perhaps, they could honestly swear by Turnfire to never make a single mistake in their entire life. Yuponki's Turnfire. What an incredible work on ancient name philology. I can't believe it was just lying there for me to take.
And you yoinked it, which is
Author
why we're
is
with you now.
Ponche. Nice. A gentleman and a scholar.
Silence, book muncher. The great Kahula will suffer your droning voice no longer.
Do you truly find no joy at all in perusing such rich historical records?
I do. Kind of.
Joy? What joy is there in this pointless drivel?
What joy is there dealing with
it
you?
makes a pretty shocking prediction. Every bearer of the ancient name Malipo eventually meets a grisly end. Maybe that's the price you pay for the name that means price?
What? You're saying Kenichi will die a violent death? So I'll finally get to take over his body? When will that glorious day arrive? The great Kahulahau demands to know!
Wow, you are just irredeemable, aren't you? An agent of chaos down to the core. You make us Abyss Order folks look like saints in comparison.
Holes. Okay, glasses, dark blue hair, Unison clothing, Abyss. We're dealing with Enjo today, aren't we? We're dealing with Enjo. Sanka is Enjo. I'm calling it right here and now. We have not seen this guy for 2 years. The last time we saw him was when Enkanomiya first became a thing. Actually, no. When was Enkanomiya first a thing? I need to look this up now. Because around Enkanomiya's release is when we first met Enjo. Enkanomiya. Genshin Impact. .4 back in January of 2022. It has been pretty dang close to 2 years since we last saw Enjo. 2 years. 2 años. Anyways, I'm sorry for the mini rant. Let's keep going.
Silence, maggot! To presume that anyone compares your kind with the great Kahulahau is sheer vanity. And if that day ever comes, oh, your doom will soon follow.
Empty promises.
You don't need to lecture me about Doomsday. Here's what I know, based on countless historical texts. All civilizations will be reduced to rubble by the passage of time. From ancient kingdoms, to heavenly thrones, to worlds beyond, there are no exceptions. But from the ruins of every civilization, the dust will rise and never settle, thus transcending the confines of time. That dust is what we call a civilization's spirit. And you, great Kahulahau, are one such speck of dust from a bygone age. I've paid dearly for the chance to observe you up close. Now, let me take a good look at you. We'll see whether any memories of that age still remain inside you.
That sounds very ominous. But since Hao was with him, I'm guessing Sanka, I'm guessing Enjo is the teacher that Kenichi mentioned
Mr.
earlier.
Ponche, but we couldn't find your manuscript anywhere.
Does that mean all of my hard work was for nothing?
You gotta stay positive, Ponche. You might have lost the book, but the brains behind it are still intact. Surely you remember the main points at least?
The whole reason I worked so hard to get it finished before the Turnfire Night is because I hoped that maybe it might help us find a way through these trying times. But now...
You mean you solved the Mountain King problem?
Well, not exactly. But I thought my research might at least be a starting point.
Oh, really? So what did you find out in your research?
I think the key to all of this lies in the power of Malipo.
Ponche, you know as well as anyone that ancient names don't hold any real power. Symbolic power doesn't count.
You're right, but Malipo may be a special case. Given that it first arose in the era of the first Pyro Archon, it might contain remnants of Shibalanke's power.
Okay, so
Yeah,
Shibalanke
I
is
remember
not
that
the
story.
Pyro Sovereign,
My
he's the
grandpa
first
told it to
Archon.
me when I was a little kid.
Okay.
Maybe you're the special case. Most kids stop believing in that stuff by your age.
I'm not talking about childhood superstitions here. There is evidence.
Like what?
Like the fact that the Mountain King is still alive. Everyone attributes that to the power of the Abyss. But there's more to it than that. The key factor is that Burkina summoned the power of Malipo at the cost of his own life. If you don't believe me, then answer me this. How many other creatures can you think of who lived longer, not shorter, after being contaminated by the Abyss?
Traveler, different situation but similar idea. Doesn't this remind you of the hilly...
So, I came to the conclusion that Malipo must refer to some mysterious ritual involving a tit-for-tat exchange. It began with the first Pyro Archon, fell with the Grand Alliance, then was buried in the Night Kingdom. And now, it awaits the call of its new bearer.
Hey. Sorry to interrupt, Ponche, but you seem to be getting a little overexcited.
I'm sorry. I was originally planning on presenting my findings to Kenichi. I'd hoped he would be attending the upcoming ceremony.
Sounds to me like you dreamed up one fanciful theory to support another.
Oh, hello.
Kenichi, what are you doing here?
I more or less finished what I was doing, so I came to have a quick catch-up. Now a good time?
Kenichi!
Sure.
I'm onto something. I haven't worked out all the details, but you have to attend the Turnfire Night.
So Mr. Ponche here has done a lot of research on the history of the Turnfire, and thinks he might have found a way for you to solve the problem.
I'll be
I
there,
was forgetting.
Ponche.
I haven't turned on my
Let's go.
little desk light. There we go. Of course, you guys can't see it off camera, but there's like a little like a blue there's like a light string under one of the raised portions of my desk, and it just kind of gives it a little extra pop. I will say, you guys, if you guys did watch the Friday the 13th episode I did last week, yeah, last Friday, you guys definitely would have seen it. It was last week, right? Yeah? I think it was last week. It was either last week or a couple weeks ago. I don't know. I'm gonna have to check. I'm so sorry for all these delays. I really am. I really need to be better at it. Yeah, it was a week ago. But yeah, if you guys were there for my Friday the 13th episode last week, you guys would have kind of seen it. It was it was kind of faint, but it definitely did. It definitely was like just bright enough to show up on camera.
Here will do.
Of course, I have like sunlight streaming in from the outside, so it's not really going to do a thing. Have you found a way to summon a beast of the rift?
Yeah. I'd like your help giving it a trial run tomorrow. If that works, we have our plan come Turnfire night.
Sounds like you're
Sure.
not considering Ponche's idea.
You heard him. He hasn't worked out the details yet. We need a more practical solution with concrete steps to follow.
Yeah.
He is right.
Are you saying you think he might actually be onto something?
I think it's possible, based on something I know about the war 500 years ago. Burkina didn't fall to the Abyss. He was killed by the Mountain King in an episode of madness. In his final moments, Burkina made the fateful decision to not fight back, and instead pass his blood and power on to the Mountain King. Maybe he thought the Mountain King was stronger than him, and more valuable to the tribe. Or maybe it was just out of loyalty to his friend. Either way, I can believe the Turnfire was involved. Whether you think his sacrifice triggered it, or his fate was sealed from the moment he took the Malipo name, it makes sense to me.
How can you drop these truth bombs with such a straight face?
That's just how Knitch is. Also, excuse
This
the
is
fact
what
that
I've
I'm
gleaned from
messing
my
around
many
with
interactions
chopsticks.
with
I was
the
able to
Mountain
yoink these from my mother
His mind
about a week
is
or so
so
back.
disordered.
And I'm
It
just
took some
gonna
time to piece it all
enjoying the
together.
fact I have
The story
personal
Elder
chopsticks
Trinidad
now.
told you was the more palatable version of events.
I
The
ended up
truth is
having
even
sushi for
darker.
lunch, so that's why I have
The
these.
Mountain King's mind
right
isn't
here.
just disordered. He is suffering and feels great shame. I believe he wants to be put out of his misery.
What? Then what should we do? Should we grant him his wish?
Of course not. We should help him move to a new home.
Zuri Girl hasn't changed.
It's the only practical solution. The Mountain King is a hero to my tribe. An object of worship, even. Ending his life would be like desecrating a statue. Still, he's been the cause of multiple disasters, and we can't afford to have any more.
Ugh. Practical solutions hurt Paimon's brain. Can we follow our hearts next time?
Then let's break for the day. I've already found a suitable venue for tomorrow.
Wait. It's another wait to the next day. What time? Okay. Okay, there we go. I always really like getting it like right on the dot like that because it just seems more satisfying to me. I'm not entirely sure why.
Demons do not stop for the rain. Move.
There we go.
You're here. Very punctual.
Thank you.
So, the gruesome twosome come crawling back.
Here to make amends after the gross irreverence you displayed last time?
No.
Very well. The almighty Dragon Lord, Kahula How, shall grant you the audience that you seek.
Is that his
Now,
rear end
pucker up
there?
and kiss our feet.
Is he just displaying his?
He's just as out of control as
jeez.
ever.
No one gets to discipline the almighty Dragon Lord Kahula How! No one!
How do you put up with this behavior?
Maybe because I've never had a gentle-natured companion like Paimon to compare against.
Is that a compliment?
Yeah, I see what I'm missing out on now. And it's a lot.
Knitch! Ugh! We could drown this measly flying ant in one droplet of spit! How dare you compare her to the almighty Dragon Lord Kahula How! Oh, just wait till I possess your dead body! I will commit heinous atrocities, tear down your legacy, destroy your reputation, wreak havoc on your... Ugh!
Kenneth just wasn't even paying
Paimon,
attention.
let's get down to business. Once we've opened the beastly rift, you're welcome to toss a How in there for a couple of days.
Promise?
With pleasure. You don't need to ask twice.
I got my hands on this device in a trade. It's meant as bait, but it'll also stabilize the Abyssal energy. The Rift Towns will tear through space to get to this. Once they're here, we take them out and claim the Rift for ourselves.
How'd you get your hands on this?
You'll find out soon enough. First,
Oh,
let's
boy.
try this out. They'll tear you to pieces given half the chance, so be careful.
We get the playtest Kenneth! Okay, here we go.
Locked up!
Boom! Wait.
Water jet! One with nature.
Okay, let's
Fallen
Because
leaves.
we
Adorn
kinda-
my night.
up
Teamwork
we
is
go.
great work!
Target acquired.
Uh-oh. Are there even bigger ones on the way?
Beautiful. It's a
You
joke.
see, Kate?
Why?
I'm a man of my word. In fact, I'd say I under-promised and over-delivered. Nifty little gizmo, isn't it?
I take it this is your true form?
Now
Yep.
that our deal is complete, it's time to start the next phase of our relationship. I made a promise to the great Kahula How, and now I'm here to seize your body for his use. Cliché, I know. The hero's trusted partner sells him out to the abyss in a shocking act of betrayal. Cue bad guy's speech and drawn-out death sequence.
I did not miss you.
Angel?
Huh? Huh? What are you two doing here? Oh, Mr. Kinich, this is not what we agreed on.
Traveler, this is the gift I got you. I know you're looking for intel on the Abyss Order, so I thought he might be of use to you. But it looks like you've already met.
I've beaten him up before.
Yikes. Frosty reception. Gotta say, I kinda pictured this moment going a little differently. Tears of joy welling up in your eyes as you say the words, "It's good to see you again, old friend."
You literally tried to kill me last time.
Don't be ridiculous. Sounds like you've been reading too many romance novels.
Teehee.
There we have it. Change is inevitable and nothing lasts forever. What a pity. Well then, time for you to meet the new me. This time, please call me Sanka.
Sanka! Aha! So you're Glasses Guy! You tricked Huni and Toba into telling you a bunch of stories!
What's your real name?
What does it matter? A name is a superficial label. It's what's deep down inside that counts. And I've shown you the deepest parts of me.
You mean the masochistic parts, you sicko?
That would explain a lot. Why else would you show up here and start acting like a wise guy? You looking for a fight?
Let's do this.
Oh, pass. I do rather like you, as I've said before. But my one quibble is that you really don't know your own strength.
Then what are you doing here?
Of course. You're the one behind all the recent Abyss activity. Let Paimon guess. You've been provoking the Mountain King too.
Haven't I told you before? I'm not part of the inner circle who do our Highness's bidding. My interests are far more low stakes. I spend my time digging for truth in ancient doodads and books. You really think a benchwarmer like me is capable of more than that?
I stress again.
I
You
investigated
tried to
him.
kill me last
He's
time
not
we
connected to
met.
the recent events. Just happens to be in the area.
Okay, so
I struck a deal
right
with
place,
him.
wrong time.
He helps me summon a rift. I allow him to do some historical research.
But that's all over. And now Kinich wants to hand me over to you. Well, I was hoping this would be an opportune moment to whisk away his body. That would have given me some more time to study the great Kahula How. But now I've run into you, which is just my luck. Or maybe I've incited the wrath of the Turnfire. This is the price I have to pay. But I don't understand. What did I do wrong?
You tricked Tony and Toba.
Wait, does that count?
Yes.
Let me think.
Okay, for like 2 seconds I thought this bit was my banks like
Colluding with the
curling
Abyss Order
at like the most
against
intense
Kinich?
angle.
How could you betray your partner?
Betrayals.
There is no betrayal. The almighty Dragon Lord Kahula How is a partner to no one.
Don't worry, I told him to act as bait.
Yes, and you should have picked a bigger fish. The Abyss Order? Ha! What a joke. Not even a match for our lowly servant. I put up with this toad's croaking for days, and it was all for nothing.
It looks like your disciplinary measures have been less than effective, Mr. Enjo.
What did you expect? Behavioral rehab isn't really our thing. Otherwise, we might as well change our name from the Abyss Order to the Abyss Boarding School.
The abysmal disorder would suit you better. Kinich! Dispose of him! He is of no further use to us!
Traveler?
Oh shoot. So we either be tough, or we just roast him. Go the chaotic route.
You see, this is why I like you. Still, you shouldn't underestimate me just because I'm a lowly clerk.
Bite me.
I could never beat you in a straight-up fight, but when it comes to running away, I won't lose to anyone. Do me a favor, and remember how fast I disappear. Maybe then you'll show me a little respect next time.
Probably not.
Darn, he got away again. Couldn't you have stopped him?
It's alright. He's not worth our time and energy. Besides, it seems like he's in debt to a lot of people. I'm sure they'll keep him busy.
If you say so. Still, Paimon's kinda surprised that you actually struck a deal with someone from the Abyss Order.
To borrow that guy's words, names are superficial labels. Whether you call it the Abyss Order or anything else, it's a broad generalization at best. Think of it like apples that have fallen from a tree. If you tasted each one, you'd find that they're all at different stages of ripening. Even the unripe fruit blown off its branch before it's fully grown can still be brewed into a fine wine. Everything has its use.
I guess.
Well, in that specific sense, maybe Enjo's not such a bad apple. Not rotten to the core, at least.
Of course! Only the almighty Dragon Lord, Kahula How, is rotten to the core and evil beyond redemption.
Ugh. So what exactly are you anyway? You're definitely the evilest little thing Paimon's ever met.
Don't worry, he can't hurt a fly.
Because he signed a contract?
You could say that.
Paimon heard that those kinds of contracts might come with a terrible cost attached. Is that true?
Such as A how watching me like a ravenous vulture?
Vulture! Vulture! We are the Dragon Supreme! Sovereign ruler of the Nation of Flame!
Let's pick this up another time. It's getting kinda late. You should go back and get some rest. Big day ahead. Tomorrow's Turnfire Night. Time to light the sacred flame and burn away the filth for a legendary 500-year-old warrior.
Oh yeah. Hearing you lay it out like that is making Paimon a little nervous. For all the work we've put in, it all comes down to tomorrow night. We have to make sure we solve this problem once and for all.
Then it can't hurt to say this one more time. Good luck to us both.
Good luck to us
See you tomorrow.
both. Alright. Time skip again. Hey. There we go. Oh! I thought that said 8 o'clock, not 18. Okay, I'm stupid.
Reduced to just standing around. How absurd.
Yes, yeah, love you too. Okay. Already slightly started working on, reputation stuff, and now both Signs of the Canopy and People of Springs are at level 3 reputation. So Signs of the Canopy is going to be next to hit level 4.
Ah, at long last, you're back.
So...
I hear you've done much for our people these last few days. Everyone has nothing but praise for you. Many young people have heard the rumors too. They're all eager to meet our new flame bearer.
Well, they won't have to wait for long. It's almost time for the ceremony. We really hope we can resolve the Mountain King situation quickly and smoothly. Seems like a lot of people have been worrying about it, huh?
Well, it's nearly time. So, if you're ready, then follow me to the ceremony site.
Yep, let's do this. Ooh, shoot. The party cannot be changed during the Turnfire Night ritual. Please choose a suitable party in advance. Recommended elements, pyro. So we have Bennett, so we're completely fine.
Off we go!
And honestly, we probably could have, oh, that's why we can't change our parties, because this counts as a domain. Okay. That's domain rules. Okay. I got it.
Here we are.
Our honored guests have arrived.
Why not?
I have heard much about your fine work over the past few days. I hope you'll allow us to thank you properly after tonight's ceremony.
Don't worry about it. Getting this huge venue ready must have been a huge task. No need to make extra work for yourselves on our account.
Oh, if it means getting the Mountain King issue resolved, no cost is too great to bear.
A million more.
Resolution will come in due course. But every great fire starts as a tiny spark. We must take it one step at a time.
No one would disagree with you if that were possible, Chief. But it's been far too long since we've seen a real step forward. Look around you. Can't you see how our numbers have dwindled since the last Turnfire Night?
The ceremony was arranged on short notice. Many are away from home and could not make it back in time.
That may be so, but still.
Good evening, Traveler in Paimon.
Hey, Kinich.
Kinich! Not a moment too soon.
Chief Wayna, Elder Trinidad, could you give us a minute? I'd like to give the Traveler a few pointers as the previous Flame Bearer.
Very well. But make it quick. Let me know when you're done, and we will begin the ceremony.
Alright.
Let's step to the side. Has anyone gone over the key steps of the ceremony with you yet?
Yeah, Elder Trinidad did, but, Paimon seems to have forgotten them.
What a surprise! The flying ant has an ant-sized brain.
Hypocrite.
If you don't want your tongue to be burned off by the sacred flame tonight, I suggest you stay quiet. See those sacred flame pillars? Once you've lit the fire, go light each one up in turn. Once that's done, head down into the cave where the Mountain King slumbers, light the braziers along the way, then bring the flame to the final altar. Then the ceremony is complete.
That sounds simple enough.
The process isn't complicated, but remember, you mustn't turn back at any point. If you miss a pillar, you can't light the next one, then come back to it. You have to keep moving forward, or it's seen as disrespecting our ancestors. If that happens, you won't receive the blessing of the Turnfire, and you'll have to start over. I made you a diagram that summarizes the steps. Take a look.
Got it. Okay, so we start here, and then go in, and we go clockwise.
So that's
Okay.
our part. What about you?
I'll be with you the whole way, and once you've lit the altar, I'll start summoning the rift. You can leave that side of things to me. Just focus on your part.
Okay, we'll try to remember all that and
Right.
get it right the first time.
Ready
Shall
when
we
you are.
begin?
But I think I saw Huni and the others just now. Maybe you should say hi before you start. Might make you less nervous. Just tell the chief when you're ready.
Alright, so we're going on a clockwise pattern. We can't turn back. Alright. Let's do this.
How are you doing? Is all in order?
Yeah, we're ready to go.
I'm counting on you. Don't forget what we talked about.
Of course.
By past fuel and present flame, life marches ever on. My brothers and sisters, the time has come to light the fire once again, and let the Turnfire night shine bright in Hoytzitlan.
Go to the altar to obtain kindling. Once you obtain the flame, draw close to a brazier to ignite it. The ritual has a specific order. Pass the sacred flame according to the fixed order, or fail. Head straight towards the ritual's end. Turning back now will spell not failure.
Go get the sacred flame.
Right. Let's do this. Okay, thankfully, it's not a time trial.
Nicely done. Off to a good start.
It's this one.
Great stuff. You're over halfway. Keep it up. Impressive. Just one more to go. Come on, one last push. The final sacred flame pillar is up ahead.
Can't turn back, can't turn back. Okay, there we go. First try. That was definitely a lot easier than I envisioned. No disrespect, of course, but for starters, I thought that was going to be a time trial, which kind of psyched me out a little. And of course, the whole, like, you can't turn back, so I was kind of nervous, like, how much turning I was allowed before it was considered turning back.
Great. All the pillars are alight. Next, it's down into the canyon and head for the Mountain King's cave.
Right. Oh, it's down here. Okay, so now we're allowed to turn back, apparently. Get a little damage from that, but that's fine.
Almost there. The cave is just up ahead. The Abyss presence is growing strong. We should deal with the contamination first.
Yeah, probably. Okay. I'm just gonna kind of blow us all up. Okay, there we go. And then finally, there.
There's the altar of the Sacred Flame. Remember, light up the torches around it first.
Of course.
Woohoo! We've lit up the final altar! That's the Mountain King up ahead, right?
That's him. Kangamato, king of the Yumkasaurs from 500 years ago. He's very powerful.
That's a lot of
Paimon
purple
can
stuff.
tell. He is huge. Let's tread carefully. We don't want to wake him up.
Should we pretend to purify the king?
You've made it at last. You did even better than I expected.
Traveler, now comes the final and most important step of the ceremony. Please use the power of the Sacred Flame to cleanse the Mountain King of Abyssal filth.
There's no need this time.
Such strong abyssal power. What is that thing? Kinich!
What is the meaning of this?
Is that a beastly rift?
Chief Wyna, Elder Trinidad, this is about to get a little dangerous. You should step back.
What do you think you're doing?
Solving the Mountain King issue.
You mean by having him torn to pieces by rift hounds?
No,
No.
stop! We can't let that happen!
Foolish Locust! Can't you see? We're trying to shove your Locust King into the beastly rift!
But...
That's fine, we already cleared it
I'm
out.
sorry,
We're
Chief
fine.
Wyna and Elder Trinidad. This is the only way.
Can you promise me that no harm will come to the Mountain King?
I can't guarantee it, but I'm fairly confident.
Traveler, this is not what we agreed on. You must cleanse the Mountain King of every last trace of abyssal contamination. Okay, I see what this is. You've been in cahoots this whole time!
You imbecile.
Ugh, you imbecile! What have you done?
Oh no! The device is destroyed!
You forced my hand. I had no choice.
Yes, you
Elder
did.
Trinidad? What are you doing?
Great, now he's gonna
The
wake
Mountain
up.
King is waking up! He will cause even more casualties!
Thanks, Trinidad.
Everyone, out! Now!
How many little 8-bit noises. That's awesome.
Well, it seems there is only one way to awaken you all from your willful blindness. More sacrifices must be made.
And there's the line from the special program.
Take me, O Mountain King! Take me as your next sacrifice!
What is he doing? Oh yeah, prototype Rancor.
Everyone's still
That's our
outside.
new
We have to
canonical
keep
weapon.
the Mountain King here. Give me a hand.
To the wind.
Go! Yeah!
Ow.
The wind knows me.
Watch out for the fruits he's spitting out. You can use those against him.
Did some damage. Alright, switch to Bennett, so that when you do the fruit thing again, I'll be able to counter it.
Adventure time! Let's light it up! Adventure time!
The fruits? No,
Adventure time!
Yeah, that's it.
there we go.
Target acquired.
Okay, that was stupid.
Into the wind. Clouds high. The birds call.
Let's light it up!
I got him cornered. For the Lord of the Night.
All right.
Submit your souls, insect! Everybody stand back! Scared, speechless. Forever hold your...
Locked on.
There we go. Oh, did someone die in the process? Oh no.
What do we do? We can't open the rift!
Oh, he's still up and kicking.
Kill me! Put an end to White's at launch! Shame!
By past fuel and present flame, life marches ever on.
What is he doing?
I must atone.
Patience. We will answer to the fire for all our deeds. Even if one day I fall behind, never look back. Keep moving forward, as we are now.
Is he using the power of his
Live
ancient
with your
name
guilt and
to
shame.
cleanse the Mountain King?
This is the price to pay.
Heir to the Turnfire, please use my ruined vessel to train the heroes of the future. The will of Kangamato will march ever on, till the abyss is stamped out.
What just happened? I'm confused. Whatever. And yeah, someone did die. It was the Traveler. Let's get them all fueled back up. There we go.
Whew. Pretty eventful day yesterday, huh? Paimon wonders how things are doing now. Let's go ask the chief.
Hey, wait
Traveler, you've come at just the right time. I have some good news for you. Trinidad's condition is stabilized. He suffered burns on much of his body, but we believe he'll survive.
Guess that's the best news we could hope for.
More or less.
Paimon has to ask, is everyone in your tribe such a risk taker? First Kinich, then Elder Trinidad? Is this the scions of the Canopy's adventurous spirit in action?
We're simply not afraid to charge ahead into the unknown.
Is Kinich okay?
He's fine. Don't worry. He's gone to check on the Mountain King. Something most mysterious has happened. After the incident yesterday, a transparent shell has formed around the Mountain King's body. We don't understand the mechanism behind it, but the shell appears to insulate him against the influence of abyssal power. It is somewhat akin to a scab, in that it stops the abyssal energy within him from bleeding out, while also preventing further abyssal energy from seeping in and infecting him. We've never seen anything like it. The tribe's most senior elders believe it was caused when he was burned by the sacred flame. similar to the way burned wood becomes charcoal. I think their theory makes sense. After all, we've never thrown the Mountain King directly into the sacred flame before.
Wow. So it's made a barrier against abyssal energy? That's a good thing, right?
It's practically a miracle from what we've seen of it so far. It means that the Mountain King's level of abyssal energy is now stable. No longer will we need to perform an annual cleansing ceremony.
Yay!
That's amazing!
Was it really just the power of the sacred flame?
I know what you're thinking. The young people in the tribe are already speculating that yesterday's ceremony was a Turnfire night like none other in our history. Because you and Kinich, you summoned the very flame that appears in our ancient legends. A great transparent ball of fire. And that fire is what saved the Mountain King.
Whoa! So that was the real Turnfire?
I may be the chief of this tribe, but I've only ever known the Turnfire as a concept in our legends. I cannot answer that question. If anyone can answer it, I suspect it would be the bearer of the Malipo name. He is in the Mountain King's cave as we speak.
Ah, so Kinich then. Why don't we go see how he's doing?
Yeah, let's go visit him. Make sure he's doing alright. Isn't, gonna explode or whatever. There he is.
Hey, Kinich!
Hey yourselves. You two doing okay after yesterday?
More or less.
We were gonna ask you the same question. You scared Paimon half to death when you rushed into the fire.
Sorry. I couldn't just stand and watch the Mountain King get burned alive.
So you thought you'd try and extinguish the sacred flame with Dendro? Or is that an attempt to make the almighty Dragon Lord Kahulahow die of laughter?
The sacred flame only possesses a fraction of the Pyro Archon's power. It's not as if I was fighting the Pyro Archon herself.
Kinich, when you went into the flames, were you intending to,
Intending to what?
do the same thing as Burkina?
Sacrifice myself? Of course not. My focus was on keeping the Mountain King alive, not on what it would cost. But now I'm curious. What made you think I was going to sacrifice myself?
Well, because everyone's saying the Turnfire is what saved the king last night. And Ponche's theory was that summoning the Turnfire is a tit-for-tat exchange, right? So, Paimon thought you decided to pay for it with your life.
So you've heard that rumor too.
Yep.
I'm afraid I can't say for sure. What happened yesterday was a first for me too.
Well, even if you don't know, there's probably no one in the world who does.
What I would say is, if that really was the power of the Turnfire, I'd sooner believe that the Mountain King summoned it himself.
The Mountain King? Then, what price did he pay?
The core meaning of price is not atonement or compensation, but what you're willing to give up in order to obtain what you want. It's easy to die for your sins. Much harder to live with the guilt and keep on going. In the end, the Mountain King chose the latter option. For Burkina and for the tribe. That's the price he paid.
Alright, so how is the Mountain King doing now?
Health-wise, there's nothing to worry about. He'll enter a fighting stance whenever we set foot in his territory. But his attacks are gentler now and not as crazed as before. Like he said yesterday, he just intends to be a sparring partner for people to practice with.
You said health-wise. Is something else bothering you?
I tried communicating with him again, but he didn't respond.
We dare say that Locust King has well and truly lost its mind. The lights are on, but nobody is home. Its body remains fighting fit thanks to the perverse power of the Abyss. But time has been less kind to its soul. It was ground to a pulp long ago.
But we saw him come back to his senses yesterday.
That was merely one last burst of brain activity before it croaked. As you humans would say, it went out with a bang.
Oh, come on! Stop being such a doomer. Paimon bets the Mountain King has finally let go of the tragedies of the past now, and is focusing on moving forward. That's why he doesn't have time to chat with us. He's too busy thinking about the future.
Makes sense.
At least it means my fellow tribespeople can move forward now, too. Thank you for your help, Traveler. I owe you one.
He already gave me that gift.
Yeah, that's right. You caught Enjo for us, remember?
But he ended up being completely useless. It's not a fair trade if you lost out.
That's on him. It's not your fault he's useless. Besides, we're friends now. You don't know us anything.
Friends? But your friendship is an even more valuable gift. I can't in good conscience accept it for free. So, promise me. If you need anything in the future, you'll come to me. For you, I'll do anything.
So, in the end, only poor little Huni got the sad ending?
Yeah, everyone's happy except me. First Nana, then my dad. Why does everyone in my family have to suffer?
Huni, it'll be okay. Your dad will get better soon.
Toba, you're my friend, so I shouldn't say this to your face. But it was all the Mountain King's fault.
Huh?
Now hold your horses, kiddo. If you promise not to fight, Uncle Sanka will tell you a story. Okay, before you roll your eyes out of your skull, I promise you can trust me. I almost got my eyebrows burned off by the Turnfire after last time. That's why I came back, to make it up to you.
Oh, it's Enjo again.
All right, let's get to the point. Do you know what Uncle Sanka loves the most about your people?
What?
Your extreme sports.
Huh?
On my first day here, I got hit by someone falling out of the sky. I believe you call it bungee jumping? It's a dangerous sport, to be sure, but the courage it took to make the jump impressed the heck out of me. So, I introduced myself to the jumper, we made friends, and I even helped treat her wounds.
Oh, such a nice friend.
Of course. Anyway, the good times didn't last, because I got captured by a powerful foe, so we had to part ways for a while.
Can it?
In the hands of the enemy, I was scorned, scolded, and nearly given away as a gift. Oh, it was so humiliating. A horrible experience to look back on. Why
You deserve it,
Uncle
you
Sanka always
betraying
suffer, I thought.
masochist.
So I feel your pain, Huni. I was in the same position. But in the end, I made it through, and I left all of those painful memories in the past. I even managed to reunite with my friend.
Is that it?
The moral of the story is to look forward in life, right? Yeah, we've heard that one millions of times. Sorry, Uncle Sanka, but you're not cut out to be a teacher.
Very smart, Huni, but not quite smart enough. What I'm trying to tell you is that after I reunited with my friend, I found her injuries were all healed, but she really missed her family. So, I thought you might like to see her too. She's right behind you. Turn around and see.
Another trick about not turning back? I'm not falling for that one again. Huh?
Oh, is that that one guy's companion? Oh, yep, and we got another one of those tablets. Yeah, the Cornerstone of Stars and Flames. The the weekly boss material. And of course, now we can. Now we have some of the stuff to build Kinech, which isn't really that useful. Okay, so yeah, it looks like we can make 2 wishes if we really wanted to. I kind of don't, but whatever. I'm gonna grab some more. Alright. Now that we completed that, let's, oh, we still have, wait. I mean, technically, we still have time in stream, so we can probably still work on reputation stuff. Should we? Yeah. Let's just go ahead. Roll ability to Dendro, Hydro has decrease. Okay. So yeah, let's just go ahead and work on reputation stuff for just a smidgen. Shouldn't take too long, hopefully. But yeah, we'll get the size of the canopy now. It's a level 4 reputation, and go from there. And then maybe after that we can raid someone. It depends on who's live as of this moment. I always go for Perilous. Ah. Oh, you caused me to miss, how dare you.
As one with wind and cloud.
Bang.
Worthless. Boring.
Let's take a quick rest. Food up. I probably should have done enhancement foods before starting the fight, but too late.
Water jet. Useless. The wind knows me.
Teamwork is dreamwork.
Evil conquering. Here.
I kind of messed up the rotation just a little bit, but it's fine. Yeah, it's completely fine.
Worthless.
It's like Streamlabs is so lead together. There we go. There's a chest! Okay, let's, what's my exploration? 96, okay, so, you know what, there's a chest here and I'm probably gonna forget the fact it's here, so let's quickly take a look.
Show your courage.
Hey.
Out of the way or get
Nope.
blown away. Get out of my way. Water jet.
That's gonna hurt in the morning.
One with nature.
Keep going. But yeah, as you guys have probably just now noticed, I flat out refuse to attack the Saurians unless I like
Why would anyone
absolutely
want-
have to.
Forget it. It's not my concern.
What's even over here? It doesn't really seem like there's really anything here. Lime. And the Saurian's back. Hi. Oh, chest. Nice. Okay, that's the stadium. Alright, yeah, let's just end it. I'm just gonna go ahead and end it for the time now being night day. Cause yeah, we're pretty dang close to 2 hours. What am I doing tonight? What IMs I streamed in tonight? Oh! It's Splatoon 3 side order. We're gonna be doing another run. We're not doing the charger because I'm saving the charger run for a subathon. Because that's the one that I've had like the hardest time with. So, yeah, for the funnies, we're saving the charger run for like last or second to last. I still haven't fully figured out if I'm gonna do the really Agent 8 palette, but I'll figure it out. Now time for the all-important question. Can I raid anybody? Not really. Doesn't really seem like I can. Which kinda makes me sad. Because kinda wanted to raid someone, but it's fine. It's perfectly fine. I'm not sad. But yeah, that'll just about do it for today. Or, yeah, for the time being until tonight. If you guys enjoyed this stream and you're on the YouTube side of things, then please be sure to comment, like, subscribe, and as always, stay awesome. And if you're one of the lovely people who decided to take time out of your day, afternoon, or evening to come watch this stream live as it is happening, or you're here for the 2 weeks that's on Twitch before I transfer it over, then please be sure to comment, like, subscribe, and as always, stay awesome. And if you're one of the lovely people who decided, yeah, I'm repeating myself. Frick. My mind blanked. YouTube, comment, like, subscribe, stay awesome. Twitch. I completely forgot where I left off. I'm just gonna redo the Twitch portion. And if you're one of the lovely people who decided to take time during your day, afternoon, or evening to come watch the stream live as it is happening, or you're here for the 2 weeks that it's on Twitch before I transfer it over, then please be sure to drop a follow and maybe even a subscription if you haven't done so already. Nose is itchy. Small reminder that those with Twitch Prime are able to get a free 1 month subscription to a streamer of their choosing, so if you have not used that with someone else, I encourage you to use that here. And as always, long live the rebellion.